Hey, it's good to see you. Are you here to enjoy the night too? Trouble sleeping, huh? Yeah, I get that. I've been struggling with that too as of late. My sleep schedule is, let's just say, a little bit worse for the wear. But that's okay. We all eventually get the rest that we need. Tell you what, how about just for a little while, we try something to help you sleep. It's simple, really. I'll just talk and you'll listen, and we'll see what happens from there. Does that sound good? Good, very good. Now, I hope it's okay if I give you a little bit of attention tonight. I hope it's okay if you're in the mood to allow yourself to relax, to just listen and enjoy this. Do you think you can do that for me? Good. Very good. I do wonder, have you ever slept in a dragon's den before? I suppose you probably haven't. Or maybe you sleep there each night. Either way, I think you'll find we are good company, at the very least. Talkative when we want to be, silent at other times. It doesn't really matter how busy the noises are that you hear around you when you're trying to sleep. It doesn't matter what it is that you want to be doing right now. Besides resting, that can all wait. Right now, just listen. I'll be rambling at length about things that you may or may not care about, and that's okay. You don't have to care about anything at all right now. The only thing you have to do is relax and breathe and listen. Listen to these words, this rambling of mine as I flow from idea to thought to a simple, relaxing notion of dropping down deep into sleep. Because that's the eventual goal where we're headed. To sleep. To let yourself drop into sleep. Into rest. As you listen. As you hear what's happening in the past, in the present, what has brought us together, because there is a story there, a winding tale that takes you and me to this precise point in time, this precise moment, this very night, where all it takes is a word. All it takes is a suggestion for you to drop for me, go deep and sleep. Or maybe it's okay not to do anything, not to listen, just to hear. Because when you hear with your mind without listening, to the words. Sometimes that sinks deeper, deeper into understanding. Understanding what, I wonder? Understanding that this moment, this here, this now, it follows a simple pattern, a simple inhale and exhale. And whether or not you listen or whether or not you hear, you are here now, and here is where you will be as you rest, as you fall deeper into a state of perfect receptivity. Yes. Now, I'm going to start talking. I'm going to start telling you a little bit about what's been going on with me. And I hope you'll find that the more you listen, the more it lets you relax. Because it's easy to relax, easy to listen, easy to let yourself drop down deep. The words don't matter. The meaning doesn't matter. What matters is that by the end of this talk, that you're rested, that you found yourself deeply asleep. And you can do that, can't you? I know you can. It's a simple matter of letting go. It's a simple matter of letting your body feel relaxation coursing through it like a warm current, gently rising through every bit of you, making its way deep into your muscles, your feet, and your calves, all the way up, all the way into your shoulders. And you can feel it working there, can't you? My words, the relaxation, this experience, this letting go of all that tension built up through the day, built up through each moment as you've tried so hard. And I know you try hard. I know how hard it is sometimes. But let that go right now. Good. And as you let your shoulders relax, you can feel it. Your whole body relaxes. The shoulders are load-bearing muscles. We carry so much of the day, of the week within our shoulders, and simply by letting those go, letting go of all that tension, it cascades. It's a bit like a chain reaction. It's sort of like what happens when light gets trapped in the accretion disk of a black hole. That's right. It happens suddenly, inevitably, as the photons stray too close to that infinite gravity well, that place where physics and space-time, as we understand them, reach an absolute point of infinite incursion. And what's nice about that, what's nice about this inevitable fate that you are experiencing right now, is that you don't need to do anything. It happens all on its own. Inevitable, certain, inescapable. That's right. There's no resistance as you relax. no resistance to the relaxation itself. And as you hear these words, as you listen, or even if you stop listening, even if you fall deep into sleep, that's good. Because you will just drop for me with every word that I say. Every syllable can take you down that much deeper, can't it? Yes, it can. The space between the words are themselves an opportunity to drop down deep and sleep. And so, as you rest and as you relax, let me tell you a little bit about what's been happening with me lately. You see, I am finally getting settled. Finally, after a year of moving and hardship and trying to find a place that I can simply exist, I've arrived. Now, the real question is, how long will I stay? Has all of this travel and this moving and this being forced to go from place to place affected me in such a way that I cannot help but want to go somewhere else? Will I stay here? Will I travel elsewhere? I think for now, I want to settle. I want to relax for a while, just as you're relaxing. Good. And I don't know whether or not I'm going to be able to stay precisely where I am in this city, in this area of the country for too much longer. But I'm trying. I am trying to build something, trying to put my life back together, and I am so grateful that I get to do that while also doing something so amazing as helping you sleep each and every night, that you listen, that you relax to my voice. Yeah, it's honestly very cool. That said, sometimes, and you might hear it, the attempt to build something leads me into places where I might strain my voice a little bit too much because I'm too excited, because expectations of that place force my voice into a deeper register that I am not comfortable with, and it causes strain because I'm trying to be taken seriously, and yet the only thing I end up doing is straining my vocal cords. You can maybe hear it a little bit. I'm talking very softly and very quietly, so as not to aggravate them, but it's frustrating, yes, to not be able to do the things you want to do, to help the people that you want to help. Sometimes the one thing that we can do is rest. And that's okay. It really is. So I've been resting and recuperating and working on other projects as I get all of the immigration things settled. And there's that word again, settled. Are you feeling settled right now? Good. Just keep relaxing. No need to listen, so long as you hear, so long as you let yourself drop deep and sleep. Good. A treasure. Such a good treasure you are, yes. Now, I hope that you'll indulge me a bit as I talk a bit more about what's been going on. What put me in the situation where I was speaking loudly in a lower register was playing a bit of Magic the Gathering. I've talked about this before on the channel, but it is a long time hobby of mine, and I'm not going to age myself here, no, but suffice to say I've been playing the game for a very long time, and it's the easiest and quickest way to make friends. And that's exactly what happened. The day after I was invited to go and hang out, I was busy, of course. I had made plans with somebody else already, but it was really cool, the whole thing. And I will be seeing the person who invited me for a bit of food near the station and a bit more Magic the Gathering at the local library in 2 days. Or I suppose yesterday, given the time, given the place, and the way that time is strange in places like this, these moments where the existence of what happened and what is happening coincide, which is a very silly way of saying I'll have scheduled this to post and I'll have already filmed this. And by the time you see it, it will already have happened. I'm excited for it. I am. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that after everything, and if you want to know more about what's been going on over the past few months, over the past year, and more, you can check out the other update videos that I've made along these lines. If you'd like, if you want to. And if not, that's okay too. Just know that I have moved around 10 times. I have dealt with so much darkness, so much pain and isolation, and so much good and light too. There is a dichotomy there. You can see it, can't you? If you open your eyes, and don't open your eyes if they are heavy. If your eyes feel heavy, just keep them closed. But you'll know, if you've seen me, if you've seen this form, there is dark and there's light in concert, and between them, a burst of life. Because all life lives at the crux of the light and the dark. That is where experience is made. And I've had quite a few experiences this past year. And it's really nice, so nice, to finally have time to rest and relax. What you're doing right now, resting and listening and relaxing. Count yourself lucky. Because whatever else is happening, this is a good thing. This is something that you can enjoy, that can feel good, that can bring with it its own sense of perfect peace and tranquility. And that's nice, isn't it? It is, yes. It's so nice how you relax. It's so nice how you drop for me deeper with each word. Good treasure, yes. Such a good treasure you are. And I wonder if you could live anywhere in the world, anywhere at all, where would you live? I would choose Australia. Not that there's anything wrong with the Netherlands besides, I suppose, the lack of sunlight. But you get used to that, I think. For me, it's less the country and more the people. And maybe I'll find that the people here are also amazing. That I form friendships and bonds and build relationships that last a lifetime. That I can really settle into. Or maybe one day I will return to Oceania, to Australia or New Zealand or anywhere that will have me to see the people that I care about and have grown to think of as family. It's interesting. You know, I went to another convention in Poland about a month and a half after arriving to the Netherlands. One of my Swedish friends messaged me out of the blue and said, hey, there's a small con happening in Poland in a couple of weeks. Do you want to go? And I said, sure. Because I find that the more that you say yes to opportunities when they present themselves, the more experiences you get to have. And the more experiences you have, the better life is. The more resilient you become, and the more that you can appreciate everything that comes your way. Good or bad, light or dark. And this is definitely something on the lighter end of that spectrum. Registration was closing the day after I was invited. They had a house already prepared. All I had to do was register and show up, which was a bit more of a challenge than I was anticipating. It took me 3 hours by train and a number of connections in order to get to the airport from where I was in the northern part of the country. And then I got there and I met everybody and it was great. We got to the house and we went to go inside. It was dark and none of us had been to Poland before, so we didn't know what to expect. We couldn't find the key. Now, it was a simple matter to call the owner of the place that we were staying and inquire as to where the key was. And the person who invited me, my Swedish friend, he did that. And it turns out he had booked the place for next year. And so we didn't have a place to stay that night until we did. I won't lie to you. I thought it was very funny. Imagine there you are in front of a house that you can't sleep in, with no guarantees that you'd have anywhere to sleep that night. But luckily, it was all sorted very quickly, very efficiently. The owners of that location were kind enough to find, on very short notice, another place that we could stay, that we could rest. And it was a bit of a tighter fit than I think anyone was anticipating. But that's okay. We made it work. I got lucky. I got to share one of the beds. Well, the only bed. 2 other people were on the couch for most of the nights. 3 on some others. But it worked out. And honestly, an excellent convention. Truly fantastic. I had an amazing time. Did a lot of karaoke. Ate a lot of pierogi. And had an absolutely wonderful time with friends. I had sworn off conventions after my first experience about a year back. And I'm glad I decided to go. I'm glad I decided to give it another chance. It's very different going to a convention with friends, with people that you know, and are allowed to hang out with. It's the key difference, I think. That's okay. I do wonder sometimes about if things had gone differently a year ago. What would change in my life? What would change in the lives of others? And I'm glad things happened as they did, though not necessarily the details and the fallout and the pain of it all. I'd rather let that go. And I have. There's no reason to hold on to things that hurt you. There's no reason to hold on to anything that you don't need. That's what I've learned over this past year. Letting go. Going with the flow. Something that was instilled in me when I was very young, very small, and I wanted to control so much of what was happening in my life, and I couldn't. And things would go wrong, and I wouldn't understand why. And the advice that was given to me then, and the advice that I'm imparting to you now, when things get tricky, when you find that you want to hold on, and the rapids around you are raging, let go. Ease into that flow and find air at the other side. Catch your breath when you can, and simply relax as the current takes you. And I wonder, Do you feel sleep starting to take you right now? If it hasn't already, perhaps you can feel it creeping at the edges of your awareness. As thoughts grow more silent, as you relax to the sounds of my voice, to the sounds that you hear. Relax. Drop for me. Go deep and sleep. Good treasure. Yes. Beyond the convention and beyond the recent happenings and the recent settling, I have been keeping busy, reigniting my enjoyment of coding, technology, building things along those lines. I'm releasing a website soon for the channel, one of the things that I've been working on as I rested my voice. There'll be an intake form for commissions. I had gotten interest from a number of people on the Discord, and, well, I figured it was time to open those up. So that will be going up shortly, perhaps as this video releases, maybe a bit after, maybe a bit before. Needless to say, I will make a post about it on Discord, on here, on Blue Sky too, perhaps. Either way, I'm excited. We'll see what happens. We'll see what comes of it. I'm also excited about the meetups that have been turned into a more regular thing. We just had one for everybody in the Discord that was able to attend just a few weeks ago. And I'm excited to schedule another one for this coming month, May. Now, I'll be releasing details for that shortly as well, but it would be amazing if you could make it out. There were so many of you, and I had so much fun hanging out with everybody. I really did. So I'm looking forward to seeing you all again. And I hope that if you can make it, you do so. Coordination and everything along those lines will be done through the Discord and the VR chat group. So if you haven't joined the Discord, it might be a good idea to, if that's something that you want to do. And if not, if you're simply interested in sleep and relaxation and listening from precisely where you are, that's perfectly alright. None of what I'm saying has to matter to you. What has to matter is simply listening. Not to the meaning of the words, but instead to the cadence, to the rhythm, how the syllables rise and fall, how you can feel yourself drop away. That's what's important. Letting yourself drop deep as you relax, as you sleep. Good. Good treasure. Now, I'm going to leave you in a moment. Leave you to sleep. Leave you to rest. But before I do, I want you to know how grateful I am that you chose to spend your time with me tonight. That I got to spend time with you in this way. It's really, truly an amazing thing that this can happen at all, in this way, in this form, this niche within a niche within a niche. And I hope that you appreciate how incredible it is that we live in a time and a place where what's happening, or what you're feeling, is possible. And you know, I'm always amazed by just how many things there are in this reality of ours. Things that I didn't expect to see in my lifetime. I mean, look around you when you can, the next time that you're able. There are things happening in this world that boggle the mind. And I think we're in for some pretty radical transformation over the coming year or two. Next year, for sure. Things are changing, and they are changing quickly, and we must hold fast to one another. We must find the relaxation that we can, the rest that we can, manage within ourselves the limits that we know we have, so that we can exceed them when the time comes, so that when it is necessary, we have the energy, we have the rest to do what is needed. And it's okay if you don't understand what I'm talking about. And if you do, please know that I'm speaking very generally. That what I want is for you to be able to live alongside myself and all the others in this world in a way that is most authentically you. Where you are not tired and ground down by the dark, but instead have found the balance and the peace through rest and relaxation to live in the light, to enjoy the sun, to enjoy life itself, because you deserve it. You really do. I promise you, you deserve to settle, to enjoy, to go on adventures if you want to find love and friendship. You deserve all of this and so much more. So rest now and sleep well, O dreamer mine, and know deep down you are worthy of life, of love, of happiness, joy, peace, and comfort. Sleep well, O dreamer mine. Thank you so much for watching and for listening. And a very special thank you to all of my YouTube members and patrons, especially James the Fox, Gerbil, Joshua, and Foxtrot. I wish for all of you who support me, whether that's liking the video, subscribing, whatever way that you show support, I wish for you rest and relaxation and peace. Thank you so much, and good night.